things are kind of getting a little exciting. I'm feeling so much more of this forward movement, and I kind of feel like certain things are really on the rise. Now, to put this into perspective, the new moon in Scorpio that is happening on Halloween. So basically, well, technically it's November 1st at like 8:49 p.m. or a.m., right? So technically on the morning. But 24 hours before, 24 hours after is really when you're going to be getting that full effects of wiping the slate clean. Why this one is so significant? What's kind of really cool about this specific new moon is that because this new moon in Scorpio, death and rebirth, is literally happening on Hallows Eve when the veil is the thinnest, when you're able to really kind of see through everything, you're actually going to have this incredible opportunity to kind of set the tone for the next year of your life, right? You can kind of go within the veil and put in there hey, I kind of am really wanting to manifest this, or hey, I'm kind of really wanting to get a little bit more of this year, or hey, I'm really done with this, so bind this up. Now, the awesome thing is when the veil is thin, you're going to be able to place it there. But the thing is because it's very, very short when that window is open, and that's literally going to only be open tomorrow night. That's it. Once it closes, you're not going to be able to take those little pieces of paper out. So be stupid careful and deliberate, about what you are putting in there, because be careful with what you ask for, basically, right? Because if you put it in there and you're not willing to pay the price, you're going to have to, whether you like it or not, because once it's there, right? So now with that being said, what is this new story that you are wanting to live for the next year of your life? Again, death and rebirth. If you're going to be tracking back to when the eclipses have been happening, the eclipses have been in this Libra energy. So it was not just those 2 weeks when the eclipse happened, but then for the entire month of October, it was also ruled by this Libra eclipse. So it was about what is unbalanced in your life, what needs to be rebalanced in your life, what themes came up for you during the past couple of months to highlight what needed some rebalancing. What needed to, there are some people maybe you needed to kick out. Maybe there were some people you needed to confront and say, hey, I'm not dealing with you stepping over my boundaries anymore. This is the last time. The next time that you cross my boundaries, I'm contacting the authorities. What are those things? Drop them in the comments. Double tap the screen if this is indicating, okay? If that's something that resonates with you, then those are the things that you're going to want to wrap up today. And then really create a burning ceremony tomorrow. So whether you want to write all of these old story things down, I'm not letting people walk all over me. I am not going to be a people pleaser anymore. I'm going to put, you know what I mean? I am not going to put myself at the bottom of my priority list anymore. I'm not going to be swayed so much by other people trying to manipulate me anymore. I'm not going to give into the guilt shaming, the threats, the demands, the anger. I'm not doing that. I'm going to raise my vibration. Whatever it is that you want to get rid of, I want you to write all that stuff down on a piece of paper, and tomorrow have your own ceremony and ritual where you burn that old story away. Fire is a very, very cleansing tool to use, especially when you're going through a death and rebirth. You are literally burning away that story. You are cutting the cords with it. You are allowing the universe to transmute that energy into love and light. And then you can really write your new story of what you do want to have happen moving forward. So I attract people into my life who truly love and lift me higher. I'm always surrounded by people who are very respectful of my boundaries, and and we have a very harmonious friendship. I now attract money wherever I go. It's not a stress point for me anymore. like, you know, everything that I touch literally turns to gold. I now activate all of my alchemist abilities so that I can transmute any kind of negative energy into positive energy for myself. So the more evil eyes I receive, the more money I receive. The more threats I get, the more love I get, like real love. The more attacks or hexes that come my way, the more I can transmute that into creating more success and fame and fortune for myself. Like, so bring it on, bitches. I'm untouchable at this point, right? Whatever your news story is, you're going to want to start to write that down. So that is what you're going to want to do. However you want to do that in your practice, feel free to do that. It is going to be very rewarding, because then you're going to move forward from that day enforcing that spiritual discipline, right? Now, if you need help with that kind of work, then you will want to get my brand new and improved Dream Life Blueprint Habit Tracker. It's undated, it's 90 days. And I walk you through with a ton of worksheets. So it's not just habit tracker worksheets, like actual goal worksheets and dream self worksheets, and how to actually find the daily habits so that you know what aligned actions you need to take on a daily basis so that you can make your dreams come true. Like, I have worksheets to bring you through that entire process. So you're not just like filling in bubbles. It's like, okay, wait a second, let's work harder, not smarter. If my dream self, this new narrative, this new story, this new identity, let's just take, for example, someone who, you know, has strong boundaries and doesn't let people walk all over her, then what would I need to do on a daily basis to ensure that that still stands? What do I need to put into place to ensure that my boundaries are protected? And what action do I have to take every day? It doesn't have to take a long time either. It could be something as simply as first thing in the morning, going outside, planting your bare feet on the ground, like in the earth, like in your yard somewhere, and just like really connecting to the earth and saying, I'm rooted in my power today. And like, thank you, Mother Earth, for giving me the protection and grounding I need to make my boundaries strong. Right? That literally takes you 60 seconds, and then you could be grounded for the day and get on with your getting-ons. That is an example of a habit that you should start to do daily if you are wanting to really be grounded in who you are, what you do, and not take shit from anyone who tries to come your way. Does that make sense? Drop it in the comments if it makes sense. These are the things that you're going to want to think about when you are writing your new story and putting these little pockets of paper into the veil to be like, hey, yeah, could you do me a solid? I've been thinking I needed that new superpower coming in. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. You can put that into the veil and then start reaping the rewards. Make sense? Like, follow, comment if this resonates. I love you.